Ask for the truth on behalf of Deanne Bailey concerning relationship issues. She tends to trust people too much, and it clouds her judgment. Should she persevere with what's going on right now, or let it go? What's this all about? Ask in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth, always. And we just cut the deck for you there, Deanne. I'll move things just over to the side here. I'll deal out 3 cards for you, and the first card we deal is in the position of your recent past. Then the next card we deal is in the position of the present, and then the next card is the future. Note here that, of course, the recent past and the immediate future, period of time between now and this time, last month, this time, next month, that sort of time period between there and then, of course, the present is roughly about 3 days behind, 3 days ahead, that sort of period as of now, as we're reading it here. Let's just pull out the first card and establish what the situation is all about, and this may give some inkling or some idea into what we're dealing with here. We'll just flip that card nice and slowly, not to disturb its energy. Notice there you've got the energy of the Carduceus. That can indicate that you've recently received news from afar. But of course, I always tend to lock onto that as more to do with healing and with the snakes around the pole and so on. It's more to do with a healing sort of energy, isn't it? As if maybe the relationship itself has been through an healing process. And of course, did the medicine work or didn't it? This is an interesting question, isn't it? Nevertheless, surrounded by darkness, of course. And anything from the treasury that glistens with in subdued light, polished things usually sort of glisten and have a sparkle about them, don't they? They seem to be more prominent even in subdued light. But nevertheless, the darkness that surrounds that is that the uncertainty of maybe the message may not be good news. Although news from afar doesn't necessarily mean it's good news, it's just news, isn't it? And I sort of sense as though, yes, you may have heard something from somebody far away, but nevertheless, I'm locking onto the healing side of it, the healing vibration there that seems to be, or that seems to have recently just been taking place. I want to just pull out the next card here that speaks about the present, and I want to just see what that's all about. We'll just flip the card nice and slowly there, not to disturb its energy. And there, notice we've got the energy of Medusa. That's very important, isn't it? Because that's really, notice there the green of the heart chakra. But of course, jealousy right now will lead to conflict if we're not careful. Jealousy leads to downfall, conflict, and ultimate, this seems to be a problem right now. You say something's clouding your judgment. Trust is clouding your judgment, but of course it only sort of lends itself to that idea as it trust. But in this particular case, envy. I'm sort of locking onto envy or whatever here, as if you're envious of the I don't know, as if there's somebody else or whatever, but you're envious of whoever he, not so much whoever it is he's got, in a sense, somebody else, whoever else he's got, but whoever else you think he's got, which is two totally different things, isn't it? Has he got somebody else, or do you just think he has, and you can be jealous of the non-existent entity, maybe out of fear of losing him, I don't know, but certainly the healing process has led to jealousy. How would a healing process or unhealing process lead to jealousy? News from afar has led to jealousy. Maybe somebody from a distance has contacted him, and he's the one who's received the news, or something. He's the one who's received communications from a distance, and maybe an axe or something who used to be in his life naturally, and is wondering if she can get back with him, not knowing that there's somebody there already. But nevertheless, this jealousy here leads to downfall, does lead to conflict, it does lead to utter destruction. But as Medusa there, notice the green, the serpent's betrayal. Why I'm looking onto betrayal, I don't know. As if you feel as if you've been betrayed, as if you feel as if you've been let down, disappointed. Basically, as if you feel he's washed your hands off. He's washed his hands off you for some strange reason. But are you prepared to wash your hands off him? That's the question, isn't it? I want to just see what the immediate future holds here. I just want to see what vibrates there. That'll be interesting, won't it? Let's just flip this card nice and slowly, and we'll reveal the energy there of the dragon. Strangely enough, strength and wisdom. Whichever way this turns out, it will make you stronger, wiser, naturally, as it says. You'll live and learn, and it'll make you stronger for next time. Sadly, sometimes one must fall many times before one is raised up, and I sort of sense as though that's what this is about. But the jealousy is no good, and if you're envious of him, or envious, I don't think you're so much envious of him, you're envious of her, that she may have him, and he favours her, and she's favoured more than you are. You're jealous of being favoured less, not jealous of her being favoured more, so much as you sort of regretting that you're favoured less. And last correction. There was somebody before you, and I'm sure there was somebody before him with you as well. But we don't talk about that, do we? We're just more interested in the problem that's afoot right now. I somehow feel as though there's something hasn't been said here. I can't quite put my finger on it, so what I'm going to do, we're just going to move these to the side. I'm going to pull out one more card. Maybe it will act as an evaluation, or just a continuation. When you become stronger and wiser, what happens then? The energy of the satyr, which is the half man, half goat, a mythical creature there that represents the revelry and indulgence, and of course is the word Satan derives from the word satyr, the devil within. It looks as though maybe the devil will get you on this one there, I'm afraid. It appears as though maybe you'll turn to drink, or you'll just go out and enjoy yourself more and meet somebody else, and then he'll have somebody to feel jealous of. Maybe that's what I'm getting from it, as though I'll get my own back on this one. I'll give him something to envy. I'll give him something to be jealous of. I'll prove to him that I'm worthy of love from another. But you're not. All you're doing is proving yourself that you can quit while you're ahead, and quitting while you're ahead means you have to quit the relationship, doesn't it? That all the jealousy, and that's the downfall of the relationship, will come. You'll become stronger, but revelry and indulgence, drowning your sorrows, and overindulgence, maybe drinking too much, hopefully not anything stronger, but certainly going out for party time to meet somebody else. Is that just going to repeat the chain, the pattern, or what? What was the healing energy that I was sort of locking on to just recently? Was that a last ditch attempt to save the relationship? But it looks as though this one's over, I'm afraid. It looks as though it is very much over, and you know why. But for now, just for now, we shall cast a shadow over it, as these cards have now spoken.